let's talk just today about the decking example here. So in here, we create some, obviously some imagery and things like that. This is a widget that's going to sit here. You can also add things up into your menu bar as well. You can add these features anywhere you want. And of course, they're just going to bring you to, in this case, the decking calculator for the DIY or industrial customers. So in this area, they're going to be first asked, what is your project area? You can see here, there's almost like a mini cart concept here. It's a project summary. This allows you to set whether you're, a feet person, meters person, wherever the case may be. You can set these defaults in the background. In here, we're going to add in a width. We're going to have wastage, and then we're going to be allowed to calculate. Now here, terms and conditions matter, right? So in here, we allow you to set the terms and conditions to tell them all about the things that, you're not going to be held liable for, right? This is just a helpful thing for our customers, right? So in here, we hit calculate, we get the total area, which is calculated obviously for us. And then we come down here to actually picking the different product sets. So in here at the top here, you can see that there's different material types here, right? And so these are almost like categories, and in each of these categories are going to be different products. And you need to be able to break things up. So in this particular example, you can build a deck in lots of different ways, right? This is a learning experience for me, being a pretty weak DIY kind of guy, but you learn something new every day. So in here, there's these wood tiles that I can build my deck out. I can do it with standard boards, or I can use these composite materials. So in here, I can see my composite products here, and I can choose which ones that obviously I want based on my design. And then when I'm dealing with composite, I'm going to probably have different fixings, different fasteners, another product set that's going to be related to the product set above. And so in here, it's composite screws, and I can get a sample here. And then if I go over here and I go, well, actually, I'm a wood board guy, right? Kind of want a traditional sort of thing. I can see here that I have a new product set. When I scroll down here, now I'm seeing wood screws, right? Nothing to do with composites anymore, all to do with what do I need if I'm going to be building a wood style decking. And obviously for the wood tiles, I'm going to see that product set. So in here, when I go up here and I hit my calculate button, right? And I scroll down here, we are going to, wherever possible, create a recommended quantities. So you can see in here, what we're doing in this particular example that I set up here is we know in the background, because of the attributes associated with these products, how big they are, how long they are, how wide they are. And we do a calculation based on the actual product to tell you how many you need. And you can see here that we actually populate it in the quantity basket. So I could just bang add it to basket. I don't even have to think about it, right? As a consumer, which is a really nice feature. And when I go down to screws, of course, screws, we need to be able to calculate some screws here. How many screws do I need? I don't know. I have no clue, right? I'm a DIY guy, right? And in here, you can see here, we're recommending 2 boxes. And over here, we're recommending 1. Why? What's the difference? Well, the difference here is this is a pack of 250 versus a pack of 500, right? So there's a lot of these calculations that are happening at a per product basis to make life easier for you as a customer, right? As the end customer, right? So this is an example. So how does this all kind of come together in the background, right? So if I jump into the admin area and look at this particular calculator, I'll kind of walk you through really quickly through this, right? So we have a name up here. There's different types of calculators coming. We give it a name. It's a page just like any other page, so it has a URL. I can set my metrics here, my wastage, right? Maybe I need for a different product set, I need a higher waste percentage, things like that. And then we have our different categories, right? Our different material types. In here, I was talking about the wood board. So let's open up that and have a look at how that all comes together. So in here, I give it a name, as we saw there. That's my image that I added to it. And you can see here, it's all about product groups, right? So I created a wood boards product group, and I set that. That's how I got all those products there. And then I need to set different attributes, right? So how did the calculation happen? Well, I need a formula, right? So we're building in these formulas for you. So all you got to do is just select the right formula that you need. Sometimes that's no formula, right? And we'll see an example of that here in a minute. And then you need to decide, well, what about my attributes? What kind of attributes are there, right? Sometimes my attributes are in centimeters, sometimes inches, sometimes feet. It just depends, right? And so whatever your attribute is, whether it's millimeters, right? then you select your attributes from those products, right? And this is where the magic comes together, right? So this is my label that I show on the storefront, and that's the attribute of the product that we're pulling that 250 from, or that length or the width in this particular case. As we go down here, you can see here, this is how we associate, right? So we can create a new associated product. This here is our wood screws example, right? And it's as simple as another product group. In this particular case, it's screws. And in here, we chose the screws formula. And what we might do is we might want to go, okay, well, you know what? I want more than just one, right? Because, maybe there's something else I want to do here. So I want to say, yeah, well, here you go. We've done this before. So in here, I want to say, I want actually to create, some other types of products, right? How about some accessories, right? Now, these accessories are going to be all different kinds of products. So no formula, no calculation necessary for this particular circumstance. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and we'll jump back to our storefront here. And let's just reload our page here. Now we have our wood screws here. We still have our recommended size. And now look, we have here our also considers all our upsells, right? Oh, actually, yeah, this is great. I want to, I'll need a hammer along with this job, right? So this ability that you see here just gives you that upsell opportunity, gives you the calculations, creating a complex sort of environment. Again, this is just one example of what we can do. This is just the decking, as you see here, and it gives your customer a lot of added advantages in here. Wherever possible, we're trying to make it easy for them, right? Tell them how much this whole project is going to cost them, right? Now, if I scroll up here to the top, in the basket, you'll notice that we've already added this stuff to the basket, which is pretty neat in the background. So we separated the projects themselves. So if I go, oh no, actually I don't need that hammer, and I remove it, we're actually removing it up here from the basket as well. So this is kind of a seamless experience for them when they're moving inside and out, so they can see.